Ohio? Hello everybody, welcome to a new edition of the Fanthem Sports Report. I am your host Nick Brolis. I am your Canton source for Cleveland sports, and of course this edition of the Fanthem Sports Report is brought to you by Cafe 80s. You can follow them on the web at thecafe80s.net, or feel free to follow them on Facebook or follow them on the Bands in Town app. They have a show this Friday night out at Jersey's Sports Bar on Dressler Road in North Canton in the Belden Village area. Now, this edition of the Fanthem Sports Report is going to be strictly Cavaliers and Indians talk. So, without further ado, here we go. Starting out with the NBA draft that happens this Thursday night on ESPN at 8 o'clock, I believe. And here are just a few of the potential draft picks that the Cavaliers could go with 24. Now, there's some of you that are confused as to how the Cavaliers have the 24th overall pick in this year's NBA draft. Well, some of you may remember the Cavs made a trade with the Bulls back in 2013, sending Andrew Bynum, the Kings' first-round draft pick, which was protected in the J.J. Hickson trade, and 2 second-round picks in exchange for Luol Deng. Well, in that trade, the Chicago Bulls held the rights to swap the Cavaliers pick if the Cavs, let me see if I'm reading this right. If the Cavaliers were slated to pick earlier than the Bulls could trade the pick. So that's exactly what happened. So now the Cavaliers will be picking 24th overall. Make sense? I hope so. Now, here are the draft picks that the Cavaliers could potentially be going with. DeLon Wright, point guard, Utah, 6'6". Here's his stat line: 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He sees well over the defense. He's a catch and shoot kind of guy, and he's good defensively. Rashad Vaughn, shooting guard, UNLV, 6'5", 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. He is mostly offensively, he's the most offensive-ready player out of all these guys. Needs to improve on D. Terry Rozier, he's a guard out of Louisville, 6'2", 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Loves to attack, and he is a very explosive player off his first step. Jonell Martin, forward, LSU, 6'9", 16 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. Explosive in the paint, he's very athletic. And finally, Rondé Hollins-Jefferson, small forward, 6'7", and his stat line is 11 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. He is also very explosive with the ball, and he's great on defense. So, those are the guys that I came off of, just off the top of Googling, so to speak, before the draft happens tomorrow night. But there's also a lot of rumors that the Cavaliers are going to shop Brendan Haywood in the 24th overall pick to get another player in exchange. So, very curious to see what happens with that pick tomorrow night in the 2015 NBA draft. And finally, the Cleveland Indians finally beat the Detroit Tigers by a final score of 8-2 today. Francisco Lindor hit his first career Major League Baseball home run up in the big leagues. So now the Indians are headed off to Baltimore after an off night tonight to play the Orioles in a 3-game series. So, that's it for this edition of the Fanthem Sports Report. Again, my name is Nick Brolis, and I am your Canton source for Cleveland sports.